Hello everybody, we're back with a video! And it's the playoffs. We are officially against the Glacier Wyverns. They lost a very close best of 5 against Emerald Mist. And that's who we face. Now we're in the bottom side of the bracket, so if we lose we're out. Whereas Glacier Wyverns came from the top side of the bracket and lost, so that's why they get another go. In case you're unfamiliar with this playoff format, I was, before watching esports. Let's take a quick look at the Glacier Wyverns before we start. They're managed by Blank. They've got a few players of note. So if we have a look at their roster, Z is their top laner, and I would say they are not the finished article yet, but they're very close to being world class. You know, they've got world class last hitting, world class judgment. They also have Cat Jug in the jungle, who similarly has some world class stats. But they are of course called Cat Jug. And you should never, ever put a cat in a jug. The enemy team do have some weaknesses. Mid lane, they only have 2 mid laners. They've got Midnight, who is a rookie player, and they're okay, you know, but they're not exactly great. And they've got Savior, who has a couple of elite stats, but they are in time decline right now, and all their other stats are dreadful. So, if we can put our mid laner in a good position during this match, maybe that's how we can win. They do have some other players that are pretty good. That's their likely starting bot laner. I'm not sure who's going to start in support. It's probably this guy. And again, they're pretty good. But it's their top jungle. That's the big threat on the enemy team. Heading into the match, we are in pretty good form. We rested some players, actually, in some of the matches that I didn't record, because we were guaranteed to make the playoffs, but we also couldn't make any better than the top 5. So we were never going to get into the upper bracket. So we are fully rested. We're going to put our best players out on the Rift. First playoff game in Redshirts history. And it's an unusual draft from the enemy team. I think they've gone with a buffed Druid up in the top lane. They will be facing off against Hammer. We've got a classic matchup in mid. Pole Warrior into Fighter. We'll be rooting for Pole Warrior this game. I was hoping that Fighter would have not been picked up, or well, not been picked, so that they would still be in the pool of champions that we had for our mid laner. So we've got a big gank opportunity down here. Nothing comes of it. We do have also the Lightning Mage on our side, so highly buffed magic attack on our team. Enemy team don't have any magic, as far as I can tell. But the Inquisitor is really strong, so that's something to look out for. I'm not sure how well they'll pair with Chef, to be honest. Chef has been like mega buffed, but their ultimate is like a big HP steroid. And I think they've only got one really good target for that at the moment in Druid. So we'll see how well they do or don't pull it off. And I thought I'd go with Priest as our support on the basis that we have a lot of melee characters who might all be clumped together. So maybe we'll get some value out of the Priest. I'm not expecting our bot laning phase to be super strong, but that was the strategy. As we have the first Serpent fight, Hammer's going to join, so the whole team is here. We lose our mid laner, but we still have good numbers, good health. Enemy team backing off. We can't secure a kill. We have sustain because of the Priest though. So it's a long, protracted, drawn-out fight. Pole Warrior is now back. Both teams really committed to that, but we take the snake. So I guess that's pretty good for us. We might lose here. Priest gets out. Can we punish? Oh. Huge ultimate from the Lightning Mage keeps them alive in the bottom lane. We do unfortunately lose top tower. So Druid is now significantly ahead in terms of gold. Could be a problem. Hopefully not. The Lightning Mage is gonna escape. Priest has been away from the bot lane for quite a long time. Hoping hold the fort in mid. Ahead of this Morgard objective. Enemy has control currently. There's some big ults being thrown down. It's hard to see what's going on with everyone clustered around themselves. But 2 kills to 0 in our favor, evening up the gold. And you could see our teamfight tactics coming through there. Because the priest just kept everyone alive, and we were all kind of clumped up, like I said. So we've got another fight here. Lots of ults in use. Chef going down. It's a 4v5 in our favor. Re-engage from the enemy team. Redshirts look like we've lost a couple. Indecisive fight. Bolt has swung back in the enemy's favor now with those kills. And this looks like a poor decision from the Redshirts. And we're split up on the map currently. It looks like we might concede the tree for some pressure in other lanes. Yeah, we will. Not sure about our play there. If we can hold on in other lanes. Priest is wildly overextended in the middle lane. Probably going to get themselves killed. Or getting our mid laner killed, potentially. Enemy team rotating over to the snake now. Lightning Mage with an early ult. We do have numbers here. We can make it work. Take down the chef again. They've died 3 times now. Inquisitor's going to fall. This will be a snake to the Redshirts, and actually a really good defense of the pressured lanes during the Morgard phase. Means this enemy only have like 20 seconds left on the buff. So we get another fight breaking out here. The priest ult is doing a lot for us. That's a kill. That is a kill. Chef are all out of position. They are having a terrible game. 4 deaths for them now. Another kill goes onto our mid laner. Bot lane tower picked up. And a lot of pressure in mid lane. 5 seconds on the Morgard spawn. Redshirts in a good position at the moment. This is sketchy though. You can't win a 1v1 against the Inquisitor if you're a mage. So that is a bad death. Very bad death. We need to pick up something elsewhere. As a result of that, a little bit of pressure on us. Oh, we can't quite... We do. It's going to be a trade, though. Presumably. No. We take a kill. Our mid laner gets out. Jungler in trouble now. They fall. The enemy a little bit staggered as well. No one has found the tree setup just yet. Chef once again caught out of position. And we take down the Inquisitor. Old Warrior having a great game at the moment. I think benefiting a lot from the Priest is our mid laner because they are so aggressive. We're a little bit split up currently, but all grouping around the Morgard objective now. It's at half health. Can we hold on to it? Here's an engage from our opponents, but it's a huge team fight for the Redshirts. That's surely going to be a tree in our favor unless the jungler can steal. A couple of deaths coming through on our side, though. That's going to stall the tree. But more deaths for our opponents. Means good tidings for the Redshirts, hopefully. Massive wave crashing against our bot lane, though. We really need to clean that up. And it can't be the priest that does it. They need support here. Luckily, the Lightning Mage is there. And Pole Warrior, we should clean this up. Okay. A little bit shambolic. As the enemy are now going to set up on that Morgard. And they're rushing it down real quick. Redshirts are not in position. This is going to be a tree. Not happy with that. Hammer's in trouble. And they make it away. They are safe, are they? Oh, they almost made it out. Do take a Constellation Snake, but it's very important that we defend this. It is a best of 5, so you do have to pick up 3 wins in order to progress out of this. Of course, you want that first game. And it's not looking great. There's a lot of pressure being applied to us currently. 2 big waves and a Morgard buff, which is still up for 20 seconds. Luckily, the enemy team backing off a bit, but we need to deal with the fighter. Lightning Mage up in 10 seconds. We need some big ults. We need to save this. The Morgard buff is finally gone. We might have weathered the storm. We may even be able to punish. The gold is still playable, but the map is very much not in our favor. And this is bad. Mist, you cannot be walking up against the Executioner. Sorry, Inquisitor. We take some casualties. Big death timers now. We can't contest this tree. I think this will be the end of the Redshirts in game 1. Really disappointing, actually. Because we had control of that match at times. And I do think we have the better team fight in comp. But we, had individual players picked off at poor moments. Which is a cause for concern. We have pushed out the waves substantially, but enemy team are all barreling down mid now, and I don't think we can stop this, especially if we keep dying. We need recalls to defend from this. I don't think we're going to be able to, and I can't get away from the fighter currently. Lightning Mage is dead. That's probably going to be it. How long is left on the buff? 10 seconds. Our base is in shambles, though. We're not going to be able to do it. Ay. Okay. We do have a lot of burst on our team, but the enemy are quite tanky. So we've got the Ogre, which is a very strong champion in the current patch. Fight breaking out in the middle lane, and we pick up the kill with the Clown early. That's huge. That is huge. Clown, one of our carry champions, so kills on them is fantastic. We need all the damage that they can muster. Hitman, of course, another one of our carry champions. Is this another kill in the mid lane? It was close. We couldn't quite do it. I have again instructed our team to fight the Serpent early. I'm concerned that the enemy team will have us on scaling. I mean, Ogre scales well. He's skill top. Ogre scales well, but the Ghost can be an absolute menace, of course. So I want to pick up, be aggressive early, be focused on ending the game quickly. Almost get rid of the mid laner, not quite. Big wave crashing mid. We should have priority on this dragon if we choose to do it. It has spawned. The team not looking that way just yet. Coming down towards it now. Ogre in a bit of trouble, wandering around in no man's land. Killed already. Enemy team take the dragon, but a lot of kills going the way of the Redshirts. A triple kill on the Clown. Wait, a quadra kill, my goodness. Quadra kill. That is a very fed Clown. So, I mean, it could have been a little bit cleaner, but ultimately, huge amount of gold going our way. We didn't lose anything in the top side of the map, so things going well there as well. And it looks like we may have taken a tower in the bot lane. We may pick up a kill here. We do. Early game, very Redshirts favored. Ghost all very close to falling. Big gold advantage at the moment, 4,000 gold. Most of it on the Clown and Hitman. So those are the two keys for the Redshirts. 10 seconds on the Morgard spawn. We're looking for a fight in the middle lane. Top lane trading heavily as well. A little bit of an overstay perhaps from the ogre, but we do move towards the tree. Can we keep everyone alive? Catchuk picks up a kill. They pick up 2 kills. Oh dear. Oh dear. Somehow still alive. Not sure what on earth our mage is doing there, walking in. Now the ghost has 4 kills, and this game is probably going to quickly tumble out of our control. The ghost is still alive. There's a couple of kills. Yep, Redshirts are completely fallen apart. We were so strong early. We were so strong early. I mean, Clown and Hitman, they are still very fed. They can both still put out a lot of damage, but this is looking rough at the moment. Things could still all turn around with a big team fight, but I'm getting concerned that we'll fall to an 0-2 start. Especially with our ogre just stood there dying. I haven't noticed them use their ultimate yet. I don't know. I'm sure they have, but I haven't noticed it. We do pick up a kill there. Can we pick up more? We can. 2 kills alleviates a lot of pressure. Could be more. It will be more. So that's something. Ogre is horrifically behind. But we do prioritize setting up on the tree here. Our team all assembled. Enemy not there. We may well take it before they can arrive. We do. We're looking for a fight mid. It's nice. That's some more gold on our team. We get another tower here. We do. We might just keep going. Big wave stacking up in the enemy's face. Kills galore for the Clown. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We just walked down the mid lane and took it with that buff. I suppose, to be fair, the enemy team, Ghost is very threatening, but their wave clear isn't that good. Jiangxi doesn't have wave clear. I think Lance's wave clear is decent. Overall, enemy team, not much wave clear. And you gotta say, great game from our jungler. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. I do think we have a bit more durability than the enemy team by virtue of having the knight. The enemy don't have a true frontliner. The werewolf is very much an assassin in this game. And I think knight plus swordsman will probably pair quite well together. Ooh, hello. A nice early kill going over to the Redshirts. Top lane matchup, we don't usually use Boomerang Hunter, but they got decent wave clear. We're low on options that are kind of strong picks. They're a champion that haven't been nerfed, so just haven't been buffed either, but I think pretty strong champion, considering what we had left to pick. They're going up against Vampire, which is a staple for us. Has been nerfed recently. It is just this middle lane matchup that I'm a little bit concerned about. But this is nice. Chain taunts. Can't quite pick up the kill, but Pythoness chunked out of lane. Illusionist on their own. Knight also on their own. So not much of a fight there. As we set up for the opening Serpent. Knight is low. Berserker going in though, blowing up the mid laner. Vampire with a crazy engage. They also go down. Health bar's low. Berserker's still going. Enemy team retreating. So too are the Redshirts, which makes sense. Both sides very low. Will we see another fight? Looks like that will be the case. Everybody on their way. And it's a big ultimate from the werewolf this time. We lose the swordsman. Knight out of position. Redshirts retreating. Not going our way. Not going our way at all. We did pick up a kill on the werewolf, so that is something. Berserker might be able to steal. There is no jungler here. But finding it difficult to enter the territory. That's okay. Very chaotic scenes out on the rift, but we do pick up the top tower. We also pick up a kill mid. Very nice. So overall, I think the Redshirts happy with that. Ah, nice. Very happy if we can pick up 2 more kills here. We do. Lovely stuff. Support on their own in the bottom lane. Will we dive? We do dive. We do pick up the kill. And now we're all running back over to mid. It is like watching. It's like when I was a child, right? And we would be talking like year 6, year 5, year 6, whatever. Primary school age. It's like watching the tactics you would see on a football pitch. When children are just all chasing the ball. There's no formation whatsoever. That's what's going on here. I remember there was a barbecue. We used to have school barbecues and football on around the time of the World Cup, where, you know, there'd be a little tournament for all the different year groups. And one year, girls' team, one that my sister was on, I think, actually, they won. Couldn't believe it. And their strategy very much was what we're seeing now, which is just run around the map all over the place. Follow the ball. It worked out for them. The boys were really, really upset. Very angry about it. They were like, that's not how football's played. That's how football was won on that day. An infamous day in the history of my primary school, I'm sure. Anyway, we've lost our way a little bit. Enemy team are going to pick up the Morguard buff, so we will have to respond to that. We are at 5,000 gold, so as long as we don't lose too many turrets, it's not the end of the world. Light breaking out over the snake. Thing happening of it. Half of the enemy team's Morguard buff usage has expired. Knight is doing the classic support gambit of standing in the mid lane and dying. Reckless engage from our jungler. But the enemy don't have a lot of HP. Can we pull this off? No, it doesn't look like we can. We're going for a potential re-engage here. Enemy health bars are low. But they secure the objective. Only a second or two left on the buff, though, so the gold has not swung massively. Not swung massively. In fact, we might pick up the support kill here. We don't. We do pick up the kill on the bomber, which, with 5 seconds left on the tree spawn, 30 seconds left on bomber respawn, it's pretty significant when you get staggered deaths at this stage. Almost pick up a kill there. Is that a tower that's going to go on our way? It is. Lots of gold in hand for the Redshirts. Both teams squaring up now. In the middle lane, there's going to be a fight here for sure. Is it Redshirt's favor? It looks like it's in our favor. Double kill for the swordsman. Beautiful ultimate. They've got a reset on that ult, of course. That will be a tree for the Redshirts. And will we use it as decisively as we did in the previous set? Is there going to be more kills here? It's close. Mid laner says, come on, let's keep pushing. We keep pushing. That's one turret. That's another turret. We're right in their base now. Huge amount of pressure being applied. Looks like the enemy have more staunch defense. A lot of wave clear on that bomber character. Turrets starting to tumble. Pressure mounting. Base in absolute shambles. The Redshirts don't think they can get more out of this. We have lost our carry. Great pressure applied there. Berserker split pushing. correctly, I think, ignoring the Serpent objective, at least for a time. They now collapse. It's a 2v1. Everyone backs off. Redshirts still applying a lot of pressure in the middle lane. Morguard buff now expired. We rotate over to the Serpent. And we claim it. Huge ultimate from the enemy team. That's a lot of damage. That's not the best from the Redshirts. The swordsman wasn't there in that fight, I don't think. They were? Maybe they were? Morguard up. We are 10 seconds away from our top laner rejoining. So it's a 4v5 at the moment. This is looking reckless from the Redshirts. We're down 2 players now. 3v5. Help Buzz. Low on some of the enemy team. We may pick up a kill here. And we do. We pick up 2. It's enough to interrupt the Morguard. Whoa, crazy damage. And enough sustain to live through the werewolf ultimate. The werewolf does have a very powerful ultimate. You see that, like, chow chow chow. That's the best onomatopoeia I can do for the noise that it makes. But it does a lot of damage and inflicts a lot of bleed. I feel like it might have an Omnivamp effect on it as well. But the werewolf doesn't have a huge amount of resistances or HP. So they tend to get blown up in team fights. Ultimate's going down. There's a lot going on. It's difficult to see exactly what happened, but it ends in a beautiful night. Swordsman ultimate. And a win for the Redshirts. We actually looked really good in that game. Here we go then. Game 4. Our first game 4. And win for the Redshirts here will put us into the next round of the playoffs. Mid matchup is... Oh no. That's not what we want to see. The kill going on to enemy jungler. I know that our mid lane is going to be aggressive. I know that putting them on a mage is a risk, but I think Pyromancer works for the team comp. It is a strong champion. Top lane is not looking so hot at the moment. Sniper, Prisoner, that's the focus of our team. If we can keep Sniper alive, they can still do a decent amount of damage. They have been nerfed a lot. They are very, very, very immobile these days. So that's why we're going for an attack speed build on them, rather than a pure attack damage build. And give them a little bit of maneuverability. It also increases their attack speed, of course. And if we can just keep putting in lots of auto attacks whilst keeping them alive, that might be enough in team fights. Another potential gank here in the middle lane, but it's not going to amount to anything. Gold is currently in favor of the enemy team, particularly in jungle, of course, with that early kill. But we'll see how things go now that the Serpent has spawned. Redshirts have been instructed to ignore it, and I am very, very much hoping that our top laner can get a tower out of this. Crazy positioning from the sniper. What on earth are they doing? They are going to get themselves killed. That was mad. But we do at least get a tower. So we've got a split push strat in this game. And we'll be hoping that that pays dividends for us. Run away. Oh no. Yep, that's a shame. The gold now neutralized or play from our top laner. Gonna yet to make an impact. We'll see if that pick ends up helping us out. We do have a lot of poke on our team. The enemy team a bit of a mixed bag. They've got some ranged champions and some engaged champions. Usually I have the more durable comp. That seems to be what has helped spur this playoff run for the Redshirts, but we are definitely less durable than the opponents at the moment. I say at the moment, it'll be the case throughout this match. As we get our first battle around Morguard, and that didn't go well. Let's just say that didn't go well. Looks like the enemy will pick it up. Our jungler is lurking. They could steal. They reveal themselves too early. And the enemy will pick up the Morgard top lane. However, we are split pushing. That is another tower. A fight has broken out around the Serpent. Redshirt's keeping the sniper up. We will get the Constellation Snake, it would seem. Ooh, we do. Top laner still being a menace out there on the map. So currently half the Morgard buff has been used up. Enemy finally putting it to use. That will be our mid tower falling, I would imagine. Sniper in trouble here. So we lose mid, we lose bot. But we have already decimated the top lane with our split push strategy. This is dicey. We are going to lose out there with the prisoner. But maybe the sacrifice wasn't in vain, because we are keeping our towers up at the moment, and the Morgard buff has expired. So the gold very much has swung away from the Redshirts, but pressure's still being applied. We may well lose our mid turret after all. Prisoner's gone mad. You're on your own, mate. I guess the enemy team mercifully ignoring prisoner. Sniper is 100% dead there. They should not be stood up that far. And yeah, we're in trouble. I think we are in trouble. This draft, I think, going to show that again, durability is quite important at the moment in the current meta. Our top laner is going to pick up another tower though, so they are split pushing well, rotating now over to the other side of the map, it would seem. Where they will probably get themselves killed. This is craziness from them. Okay, well, our top laner's lost his mind. I have to say our jungler has looked completely homeless this game, not really providing much of anything to the team. Maybe a poor substitution from the manager. Fight breaks out here. We are going to just about defend that push. Minutes still left though on the Morgard buff. And a big gold deficit. Yep, I think that will probably be the game. We are going to fall here, it would seem. And it's going to go to the 5th match. This is the final game in the series. We have a lot of matchups we've never seen before, because that is the nature of Fearless. Bot lane for the opponents is where we want to target them, because they have no wave clear whatsoever. They have only got 2 supports typically down there. So if we can make things work for the Dancer, that is a huge potential win con for us. Gambler has a huge teamfight potential ultimate that could pair well with the team. But they have a tricky matchup going against an Assassin. Should be Gambler favoured early, could be Assassin favoured later. We've got a Mage in the mid lane. Again, not great options for us to pick for our mid laner's playstyle. We picked the most durable Mage we could that was left. That also has some stuns and slows, may help keep the team alive. Big trades going on here. This could be an early kill for the Redshirts. It looks like it will be. Goes onto our jungler, the Whipmaster, who we've spec'd defensively. Very unusual to see. But she is one of the few melee characters that we have. And that is the logic behind that. Enemy team have 2 assassins. 1 ranged attack damage carry and 2 supports. So tankiness is definitely in their favor, but they don't have a lot of sustained damage necessarily. Do have a lot of burst. See how it works out for them. Bot lane going really well for the Redshirts. We're up in farm everywhere currently. 3 mid. Will our support mid laner survive? They do. The whole team is there for the enemy. Huge opportunity for the Redshirts to pick up some turrets. We do in the top lane. We are giving the early Serpent. Didn't want to flip the game too early, especially when I think that we have a lot of champions that can scale well. Will the Gambler get out of this? They don't. Kill goes onto the opposition jungler. Redshirts trading aggressively in the bottom lane. Haven't quite taken the tower yet. But things going all right down there. We've gone for an attack speed build on the Gambler and on the Dancer, with the hope that that will help keep them alive a little bit because they'll be quicker. So that was the tactical decision that I made. Huge hook and kill from the Executioners. We get priority on Morgard. Can we make it work? I'm not sure about this positioning. Dancer's already gone down. Big ultimate from the Gambler. Big ultimate from the Executioner. But we don't seem to have the damage. 2 kills to the enemy, 1 for the Redshirts. Oh my goodness, Hunter has gone in on us, but we take him out. Their jungler is now down. A lot of whiffed ultimates from the Redshirts there. That's not so good. Do we have the damage here? Dancer has fallen once again. Nothing decisive yet. Cooldowns. Gambler picking up a kill. Another kill in the favor of the Redshirts. Is very scrappy stuff. Wave crashing against our tower. Dancer off to an 0-2 start. Not ideal. Not ideal. We have a numbers advantage here though. Early ultimate from our jungler. Big engage from the enemy. A lot of damage has been thrown down. We do pick up a kill on the support. Will the tree fall here? It looks like one of the two teams is going to pick it up. Who's it going to be? It's going to be a coin flip. Redshirts. Redshirts take the early tree. Carries both marching straight to the Serpent. Risky play. But we're going to pick that up as well. Gold Redshirts favoured currently. Another early ultimate from the jungler. We should pick up this tower with the pressure that we have. Dancer once again taking a lot of damage early. We do pick up the tower in the middle lane at least. Looks like bottom lane tower is also falling. Gold spiraling into the Redshirts' favour. Another tower's going to fall here. Great hook. Landing. Huge wave. Actually, will the enemy even be able to deal with this? It's very difficult for them to fight through it. We are picking up damage, but not kills. Tower almost falling. Redshirts perhaps overextending, but a big wave crashing in the middle lane as well now. Gambler ultimate thrown down. Health bars falling. There is a kill for the Gambler. Are gonna suffer some losses, but overall, good tempo, I think, from the Redshirts as Morgard is now spawning. We look for a kill here. We pick one up. It's going to be the middle laner. Down for 30 seconds on our opponent. We've got all the tempo in the world here. I don't think the opposition can respond to this. They don't have good wave clear with that double support bot lane. Redshirts grouping up mid, clearing waves, keeping the pressure on our opponents. We're looking for a fight here over the Snake Big Gambler ultimate. But we don't have damage or the health bars to take that fight. Bit of a silly from the Redshirts, I think, taking that fight on. But we've got another opportunity here. Ultimate coming down from Executioner. Hook's whiffing. But we take down the evil cat jug. We take down the monk. We've got a wave. We've got towers falling. Can we pick up the win? It's looking good. Whole team is now here, but we're backing away. If we just focus the towers, that was the victory. but we back away. We do have 1 kill on the Dancer now, so their scaling is coming together. Big hook! That's going to catch out the Jungler. There's too many numbers here for the Redshirts, surely, although we are all stood in that poison. Another kill going on to the Dancer. We are kind of selling our support out there. Not great. Gambler pushing in on the side lane. Treating now. Team grouping up. Morgard has spawned. Gambler is completely out of sync with the rest of the team, but they are going to make it over towards the tree now. Now the Ice Mage is recalling, so very crazy recalls from the Redshirts. Big Gambler ultimate though. Dancer ult as well. We've got the damage here. The enemy don't have the numbers. The Android, while all that was going on, desperately trying to push out the enemy's bottom lane, but they just can't wave push. They don't have any wave clear. And I think that that will mean Redshirts will pick up a best of 5 victory. And we move on to the next leg of the playoffs. Holy. And there they are, look at that. Absolutely loving life in this house that I've made for them. It's going to cost £500,000 to expand our house. It's quite an expensive extension. Probably worth more than the value of this house. Well, I think technically it's got 3 bedrooms. Not sure that it is economically viable to expand a 3-bedroom house and pay 130k doing it. I mean, I can't see any other houses in the area. So where is this? Are we just in some low density population? Like, are we in a field in the middle of nowhere? Oh, Momo, what the?